Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa and if you're new here, welcome. I am 54 years old and today's video I'm going to do an eye look with a new palette I got from Loreal. If you've seen some of my recent videos, I've most recently picked up some Loreal products, have been enjoying them, trying them, comparing them to Bare Minerals, and I might be comparing them to some other products in the future as well. A little bit about me. As I said, I am 54 years old. I'm a registered dietitian and my channel focuses mostly on beauty products. I do some health topics, both as a dietitian and personally from my own perspective on my health journey. I have lost somewhere between 40 and 50 pounds, kept it off for over a year. And then I do some shopping and just everyday lifestyle. So feel free to check out some of my other videos as well. Like I mentioned, today, this is what I'm going to try out. I got this Loreal eyeshadow palette called the Wearables. It's 12 multi-finish eyeshadows and the shade is called Act Natural. So here is what it looks like. I did dabble in it just a little bit. But I thought this was a great time to do this because it is early October and I thought, you know, I've got an orange shirt on today. I'll do kind of a warm fall eye look with this eyeshadow. So I'm not going to focus on the rest of my makeup right now. I'll come back with the finished look once I get the eyes done, but this video is going to be primarily all about the eyes. Let me get started. I need to get out the brushes that I typically use. I did already prep my face somewhat, and I put a little bit of setting powder on top of my eyelids to kind of act as the eyeshadow base. I did a little bit on my skin too. Honestly, looking at the camera, this is probably what I will do for my skin for the day. I just have some concealer on with a little bit of setting powder in the T-zone and some bronzer and blush. I don't have foundation on. So I'm going to go in and I am going to pick one of the medium tones and the thing I like about this set, I don't know how well you can tell in the video, but it includes both like some warmer midtones and cooler midtones. So I like that look. And even though I said this is going to be a warm fall look, I'm actually going to put down first. Let me see about this because I want to make... I think I'm actually going to use some of the cooler tone browns in this palette, only because as I look at myself in the camera with my orange shirt, granted I could change shirts, but you know, I feel like sometimes if you gravitate too much towards some of these warmer tones, it's almost like too much orange warm, right? So I like to balance that a little bit with some of these cooler tones that are a little more neutral. So I'm probably going to go with like this one here, and then one of the neutral shimmers, and I'll definitely incorporate this one as well to help blend out. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. And then I will probably pull either a warm neutral lip at the end or even kind of a cocoa lip. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end. So let's dive right in. I'm going to use this mid-tone on the middle of my lid, on the eyelid itself, and blend that out. And I always think it's helpful to keep your head level. My mirror's over here. Keep your eye open to blend up, especially if you have that hooded eye. One of my eyes is more hooded than the other. And that way the color pulls up a little bit and you see it when your eye is open. Otherwise, if you're doing it like this, you may tend to put it too far down and not see it. And it may actually make your eye appear smaller. So for now, I'm going to do that eye. Going to go in, do the same thing on the other eye. Take a step back, assess how it looks. Clean off my brush a bit, and then I am going to choose this lighter neutral color here and focus it mostly on the inner corner of my eye and blend it up and kind of over on top of some of that, especially up toward the brow bone, just to soften that up a little bit. And I will say the approach I'm taking right now isn't, a lot of times I'm doing my makeup much more quickly, especially with my eyes. I don't always necessarily spend quite as much time on my eyes as I'm probably doing in this video, But to me, this is truly fun to play with something like this. It's like opening a box of crayons or paint or whatever and playing with the color. And it's relaxing to me and it's fun. So once in a while I enjoy it. I enjoy this process of getting ready, assuming I have time and I'm not rushed. So I thought, why not do this and share it on a video today? So I'm going to go with this shade here. It's another very neutral leaning cool color. And I'm taking a little bit of a smaller brush and I'm going to pat this in on kind of the outer corners of my eyelids. And I'll blend in a minute. A nice fluffy blending brush, and let's blend this out. I'm going to take this lightest neutral color again and with the big fluffy blending brush and just kind of sweep over. I like to kind of fuse things together at this point, so that is what I'm doing. I am going to take, let's see, which one of these? I'm swatching the sparkly, shimmery colors to see which one I want to use. Oh, that's very warm. Okay, I'm going to take this one over here. It's the deepest one. I need to be careful with this, maybe even with my pinky, and kind of do it on the lower lash line out toward the corner. Palette does not have a super dark color that I often like to use in the outer corners of my eyes just for that definition. So this deepest shimmery shade is kind of taking the place of that. You can see on my pinky where I swatched it, maybe. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what's in the corner of my eye. Be careful not to get that on me. I'm going to actually take my brush and use the same color and see if I can really get in there in the corner. I find shimmery shades, it's usually better just to use your finger. So we're going to do that again. So now I'm going to do the inner corner. I like to do a highlight shimmery color. So I think, well, actually I'm going to back up a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to go back in with the very light color here. I don't even know if I've done this one yet. This one up here. And I'm going to use it to blend the top where the darker meets the brow bone, just to kind of make sure it's blended and no harsh lines appear. And it just kind of softens and mutes the look a little bit. Obviously I don't have to do this step, but I just like it pulling it all together. And I'm actually going to use this this shade right here. It's just a very like whitish shimmery shade. And I'm going to put it in the inner corner. Kind of bring it over just a little bit. People say the older you get, you shouldn't wear shimmery eyeshadows. And I say you do whatever makes you happy and comfortable. I guess it can age you technically, but I think they're fun. I like them little bits, especially like in the inner corner. I think it just adds a really nice, I think it balances nicely when you have like a darker outer corner and the lighter inner corner. It just adds some definition. So I'm gonna fix this a little bit. I don't like how it is sitting. And so what I'm going to do is take that same color I used up here and kind of blend this in a little bit. I'm going to take a brown eyeliner for today, since these colors are all brown. You can use black or whatever color you like. Black or brown would work best, in my opinion, with this particular color palette. So I'm taking an eyeliner that is by Kohl, or the W7 brand Kohl eyeliner in the shade Black Brown. So it's very dark. And I'm going to go right up at the base of my eyelash line. I mean, maybe try to tight line under the upper lash, but really just getting into the base just to add some definition to my eyelashes. So I'm not like trying to do a big eyeliner look. You can certainly do whatever eyeliner look you like with this. Okay, I finished the eyeliner. It's very subtle. I don't know if you can tell, but that again is the look that I like. And then for today, I don't always do this step, but I am going to do a little bit of eyeshadow underneath just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. And so what I tend to do is use the medium tone of whatever I have used on my eyes so far. So for today, that is going to be this medium tone that I started with to begin all over my eyes. And let's see, I'm going to get this on a small little round brush. And let's just see, kind of go along the lash line a little bit. Do the same thing on the other eye. Then we do a little bit of cleanup. So I take a big fluffy brush and go like this under my eyes to kind of wipe away any initial fallout. And then I take this flat edge here on this sponge and I take it. I don't know if you could see what this does, because this, you know, I'm not all that careful when I'm applying. I don't mind if I go down a little bit. I mean, I don't try to make everything go down, but I know I'm going to do this step and it really helps kind of keep everything going up. So you can see how I kind of sloppy, it's gone down a little bit. I'm going to take this, I'll line it up here and just wipe away. And it even like kind of does that line for me. So it cleans up anything that's out here that I don't want, kind of angles things up a little bit. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. This is just the same material as like a beauty blender. I don't honestly know where I got it. You can probably use one of those flat triangle poofs too and get the same effect, or just be more careful with your initial application. Okay, now I'm going to comb through my eyebrows. This would be a step where if you're doing anything to your eyebrows, you could do them now. Just kind of tame mine into place. And then finally, I'm going to do mascara. So today's mascara is Covergirl Lash Blast Fusion. Good grief, that was hard to say. In Very Black. I'll remember to link everything below, or not link, but list everything below. So let me tidy up and do some mascara, and then I'll come back and show you how everything looks. All right, I'm back with the finished look. What do you think? I think this turned out really nice. I ended up going with a very warm L'Oreal lip color. I'll list it below. I think it's called Bronze Beauty, and I did top it with a Wet n Wild lip gloss. So I'll list those below. But here's the eye, all Laura Geller in that all natural 12 color palette that I picked up at TJ Maxx, I believe. So I think this look is perfect for fall or even summer when you want kind of it gives you options. You can do a very warm brown look, or you can stick with cool neutral tones, which is what I did today on the eyes, but opted for a warmer lip color. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.